World of YouTube Archie here. We are now at Raymond, New Hampshire. Due to a friend of mine had to pass away in the family, I had to give him a ride out here to take care of some family affairs. And I figured I'd look up, go figure about the Indians out here. And I don't know, call it a sign, call it what you will, call me crazy. But literally coming out to this town has led to bring me to something very insanely that's had something happen to me. Like last year sometime. And this is a MD plaque. But go figure. It's a dream. No, not a dream. A incident I had one night in the bedroom while I was sleeping. I literally was woken up by a whistle. Some type of whistle, you know. Of course, I immediately jumped up, looking around, got out of the bed, and I don't know. Lately, when I say the shit that's been going on in the place I live, you know, it's calmed down a bit lately. I haven't gotten well, I can't say encounters, but I've gotten some stuff, but not many as I was. But this one, mind you, led me to think what the hell is really going on in this fucking dreamland or ghost world, mind you, that I keep having. And out of all the things I've looked up, and I was looking up for it too, due to the fact that I went to a site in Lancaster, Lancaster, Mass, the Bloodtown Forest, mind you. Take a little walk around here. Due to the tapping on trees. Now this noise, I was hearing individual taps. And, you know, where I was doing my investigations, and there was a tap heard out at the King Philip site, Mount Hope Farm, mind you. So it got me to thinking and coming up with my own thoughts and theories that I think, and after coming up with this theory from Raymond, New Hampshire, I think it's only got to be true of what I'm going to come out with, and it proves my thoughts and theories. Now, it seems that the Indians had a very, very intelligent mind you. And one of the things that they did from this part of the town, when the white settlers moved on in, you know, and they started finding out stuff about them. One of them was there along this river. I mean, I looked it up if you want to look up the Indians of Richmond, New Hampshire. Raymond. Why do I keep saying that? Richmond. Raymond, New Hampshire. Somewhere along this river lies a cave. It's not in this spot, but this is the main river that runs through Raymond, New Hampshire. And there was a cave, and there was a rock the size of a hen's egg with a hole cut in it. And it was a whistle, mind you. Insane. So not only do I think Indians used to tap on trees, but this is a proven theory from this town. The Indians used to use whistles to communicate through the deep woods. That's right. So there's a lot of hidden legends of Indian things that are secret and sacred, that obviously was never really revealed in my eyes, because they didn't want the white man back then figuring out their ideas of things. So if you would hear a whistle, I mean, you would probably back then think, it's a bird or something stupid, you know. Because there is a lot of birds out in these woods and areas anywhere that make weird-ass whistling noises and everything. So that's just insane, though. I looked this town up immediately, something they did not interact with. And that night in my bedroom, when I woke up and heard that whistle, I mean, I ran out to the kids' bedrooms, you know, thinking, what are you kids doing up so late? But, oh man, the fucking things that have just been happening to me. Insane! But as you can see here, there's the trails here, and you have it as a little park. It's right. Indians used to live in this town. Nothing to do with the war, just they were very, very settled in this town, and the white men too, so they got along up here, you know. It was a good treaty, as you would call it, thing, so nothing major up here, but I can guarantee there's goddamn Indian burial grounds and everything along this river, through this town, and oh yeah, strong Indian spirit. And I noticed when I'm driving through this town, because I have to wait till the gentleman's done with his, you know, family business, like I said, I've noticed a lot of cliffs and rocks, similar to the ones in Fitchburg, mind you. So yes, Fitchburg, very strong Indian living. Not much, and not many tribes, but just like this town, they lived and dwelled, is right. So I mean, it's starting to come out more and more on the internet, I can tell you that right now. And I'm just doing this, though, by my instinct, finding this stuff. So I must be stumbling upon something. So my journey, of course, with the Indians is never going to die. Especially when I come out to places like this and, you know, I'm curious. I mean, of course, they've lived all throughout this damn land, and we know it. Throughout the west and the east, you know. You know, you can't lie and deny it. But you know what? In my eyes, it's just been forgotten. So I'm bringing it all back. So every time you see a path in the woods, every time you see these rivers, the pine trees, mind you, in this town is filled with them. And they used to use that, you're near Indian living grounds. So, with that said, actually look at this right here. Perfect example. When you see these rocks lined up by a river too, that can only mean a few things, that they made this. And as you can see, the peat moss on these rocks. You know what, I got a good strong belief, which they say they don't know how these walls throughout the woods, but I think the Indians did put them here. It's like they say Indians don't live in caves, but they dwell in them. They don't go in them deep hole graves like tight caves, but they will live on the side of a mountain rock side, because the Aztec Indians used to do it. As if you go out in the desert way and they show them, you know, houses up along the walls, they will live there. So I'm for damn sure, and it's safe to say that they literally use these rocks for markers and everything else. So for people to say that the Indians didn't do these walls throughout the woods, it's full of shit to me. Them are markers, they're trails, and mark where they've been and where they need to go. That's what they were used for, I believe. But other than that, world of YouTube, I gotta get out of here, so. But, it's like I say, instinct dragged me to this town. First thing immediately I think of, maybe I should check this while I'm out here, so it came out good today. And the whistle thing, boy, oh, that's awesome. That only proves my theory that the tapping on the trees is probably just as real as using a whistle. Them Indians had more intelligence than people thought, just because they didn't read the book like the English, or did things certain like the English. They're very intelligent, so don't ever underestimate an Indian when you see one. Very, very true to this world. And like I said, a book does not give you the smarts enough than when you live out here in the wild. That's right, it's called today street smarts. The wild is what made the Indians. And yeah, some things that a well-educated man will not do. That's come out here in these woods to survive. So, with that said, I'm gonna get out of here. The rest of you all, take care, be safe. And the next time you travel through Raymond, New Hampshire, please pay respects to the Indian tribes that once dwelled along this river and through this town. And that will you two up. Here we go, the bird flying high. And that is, look like either a raven or a hawk, baby, that's right. Following my spirit of my world. That's right. They're flying around. And that's what they say, when these birds start following you throughout your life, they're going to continue to follow you. And once you get into these areas like this, that strong Indian spirit following you, letting you know they're here. So keep that in mind. Out.